G'day, we're going to have a quick look into this Asus Zenbook S14. It's a 14-inch ultra-light, ultra-thin laptop. I really love the Zenbook S series because quite simply, as I said before, these are thin, light, and they don't compromise on its ports, so I don't need to actually carry a dongle or adapter with me. I absolutely love it, and it's got great build quality, looks fantastic, and has a great display and good speakers traditionally. So I really love the Zenbook S series here. Now, I recently just did the review for its bigger brother, which is the Zenbook S16, so it's a 16-inch version of this. And if you haven't checked that review out, I'll put a link in the description below so you can check it out after this. But I also did a few comparisons between the S14 and the S16, and that is in that review video. Now, with just a quick summary, with the difference here, with the S14, it doesn't have the SD card reader like the S16, so that's what's missing, just because of real estate. And with the speakers wise, with the S14 has 4 speakers, whereas the S16 has 6 speakers. They both sound absolutely incredibly very nice. Very little small differences, but they do make the S16 just stand out a little bit more because of the extra real estate. But else, this is a compact version of the S16, and it has absolutely everything fantastic on it. Really love the S16, and this S14, love it as well. Now with this S14, particularly this unit here, it does contain the new Intel Lunar Lake. So what's that? That is the Intel Core Ultra, and this is the Series 2. Now, Lunar Lake is the code name for it, and truthfully, I personally feel for Intel, this is really the new Ultra Core. Now, the Ultra Core Series 1, that is Media Lake, and that was fantastic. They did introduce the new NPU, which is for the extra AI tasks. I'm not going to go any more into that. If you want to check that out, I'll put another link in the description below about NPU and its AI tasks. But really, I find the actual real meat and heart of the Ultra Cores is in this Series 2, this next generation, where a lot of the new tech is actually in here as well for Lunar Lake, and you find the actual temperatures and also the battery difference of actual battery life and also the performance difference in this Lunar Lake. I think this is the revolution that Intel really need to up their game, and I think this is it here. So I really love this Intel Lunar Lake. It really has come up on par with AMD's Ryzen AI now. So we're going to look at some of the quick features of this, like temperatures and some of the other features there. And as always, I will be putting timestamps on the video so you can skip to different sections. They may be interested to save you time. The display is a 14-inch 3K touch-enabled OLED display. It has an aspect ratio of 16:10 and a fast refresh rate of 120 Hz, and has a maximum brightness rating of 400 nits. Now, it does have a glossy finish to it, as it also has digital stylus support, which is why it has just to protect that display. It's got vibrant colors, and it is a Peloton validated color display. Measuring the color gamut coverage of the 3K OLED display, it resulted with 100% sRGB coverage, 95.5% Adobe RGB coverage, and 99.2% DCI-P3 coverage. Now, this is extremely high, and the display is suited for photo and video editing tasks. The weight of the Zenbook S14 is 1.19 kilos, plus the 65-watt power adapter becomes a combined weight of 1.37 kilos that you might be carrying around with you. Now, I want to make another special mention about this power adapter. It is quite small, but what's really cool is you can actually unplug both sides of this. It's a USB-C cable on both ends, and it is nice that you can actually use this USB-C cable later on for other stuff if you're carrying around with you, but also it's just a nice way you can actually compact it later on. It's really nice. I love that idea there. The Zenbook S14 comes with a large 72 watt-hour battery, and when I tested out the battery life, I managed to get 17 hours and 6 minutes for the modern office battery life test in PC Mark 10, 2 hours and 41 minutes for gaming, and 13 hours and 4 minutes for video playback on the Procom battery life test. Now, this I considered this all-day battery life. As for the build construction of the S14, it's pretty much most made of aluminium, and it's pretty much got aluminium on the palm rest, on the keyboard inserts. Everything feels really premium here. Nice brush and just feels great. And we've got a nice brush aluminium on the sides, and it's nice curvature so you don't feel caught. And then also aluminium on the bottom back cover. Now the actual top lid is having very special. Asus are actually developed a thing called Ceraluminum. Now this is a blend of ceramic and aluminum, or here in Australia what we call it is aluminium, but this is really feels so nice. It is just feels and looks so good here. Now this is to help with basically not only just premium feel to it, it has what we call scratch resistance and smudge resistance as well too. And overall it's very unique. Each one is unique, and it's just overall just looks so nice. I really love the look of the Ceraluminum material here, and it just looks so premium. It just feels really nice too as well, and it is very durable and very sustainable as it's made from a lot of recycled stuff. So really great stuff here, the Ceraluminum. Really love it. Now I've got a link in the description below from Asus about this part of material, the Ceraluminum. If you want to check it out, go for it. Now we're going to quickly do the bend test on this. So you can see how hard the Ceraluminum is. Really freaking nice. I love it. That's how good it is. Just feels so durable and just so light. Oh man, so good. Now we'll just quickly check out the actual hinge here. So one finger here, and that is so smooth. So smooth, so easy. And again, it goes up to, what I'll say, about 120 or 130 degrees. That's what it can do. It'd be nice, it can do 180. That's probably what I like to suggest for maybe the next version. That's just so we can go nice flat and just have better angles. It does have style support, and that's the reason why I like to have 180 degrees, because you'll just right, and then you just get this tipping motion here. Again, you'll see that in my S16 video here. Now as you can see, we quickly do the nice wiggle test here, and that is holding so well. It just none of it, it's just clamping there. It's just well made hinge here. And just to give you also another idea of the colors here, so you got this nice really gray base. Now it's got a special name for it, and we also have this white, well, silver version on white on the keyboard. That is the S16 here. So these are the colors you could get. There are 4 speakers in total in the S14. There are 2 located above the keyboard, and the other 2 are located on either side, on the front, on the bottom of the laptop. And when I tested at the maximum volume of the speakers, it managed to measure a peak of 83.4 decibels. Now I consider this in the middle range for volume wise compared to other laptops, but you definitely won't be struggling when you do a video conference in the middle of a very loud or busy cafe. As for sound quality of the speakers, this is where it really shines. We've got plenty of bass. It's that nice low punchy bass as well, and it's got strong mids. As for the balance, it is very nicely balanced between the lows, mids and highs, so I don't say one is overall taking over the other. And we've got lots of reverb, we've got good acoustics and great clarity. These speakers just sound really nice. Now I give the MacBook Pro speakers as the gold standard, and these are very comparable with the MacBook Pro speakers. That's how good these speakers are. This is a recording from the 1080p webcam from the Zenbook S14. This is the video and audio unedited, so you can hear and see what the quality of the webcam is like. Now I am in an outdoors environment. I am in a bit of a shade at the moment. You'll hopefully see the different exposure at the moment, and just to give you an idea of the video quality and also the sound quality of this. Now there is a bit of sounds constructions around me, so this is hopefully the actual noise cancellation in effect. Looking at temperatures and fan noise, when I took my measurement, the ambient temperature room was 26 degrees Celsius. And just to give you an idea of how hot or how cool this laptop could be, my hand was anywhere between 37 to about 38 degrees Celsius. It was a hot night there. I took my base measurement when the computer was idle, and the hottest air around the keyboard measured a maximum of 37 degrees Celsius. As for the fan noise, it stayed silent at 35 decibels, and the average internal core temperature was 46 degrees Celsius. Then I put 20% load on the computer. That's pretty much average use as tasks like office activity work, surfing web, streaming video, and the hottest air around the keyboard measured a maximum of 40 degrees Celsius. And as for the fan noise, this spin up a little bit and hit a maximum of 36 decibels, and the average internal core temperature was 43 degrees Celsius. Then I put 50% load on the computer, and the hottest air around the keyboard measured a maximum of 44 degrees Celsius. And as for the fan noise, stayed pretty much the exact same at 36 decibels, and the average internal core temperature was 59 degrees Celsius. Then I put 100% load on the computer, and the hottest air around the keyboard measured a maximum of 55 degrees Celsius. And as for the fan noise, it spun all the way up to a maximum of 44 decibels, and the average internal core temperature was 78 degrees Celsius. While I had 100% load on the computer, I put the computer in full speed fan profile mode to allow it to run at its maximum potential, and the hottest air around the keyboard measured a maximum of 56 degrees Celsius. And as for the fan noise, it spun all the way to a maximum of 47 decibels, and the average internal core temperature was 83 degrees Celsius. I also measured the bottom back cover while I had 100% load, and the hottest air around the bottom back cover measured a maximum of 55 degrees Celsius. So I definitely don't want to put this computer while it has 100% load on your lap. I just don't really advise any computer to be doing the same thing, putting it on your lap while it's doing a lot of load. Asus have done a fantastic job on the thermal solution, as all the temperatures are very well controlled and very respectable. And same goes with the fan noise, very quiet, and most of the time, even at its loudest, very reasonable at its fan noise at 47 decibels at its maximum. Also, the internal core temperatures at maximum average of 83 degrees Celsius. We've got plenty of headroom to go. Asus have done a fantastic job on the thermal solution and on this design. Well done. Examining the performance of the processor for long duration tasks for the Zenbook S14. Now this one's configured with a Core Ultra 7 258V processor, and Intel reports that this processor has a base clock speed of 2.2 gigahertz. So we want to see this above 2.2 gigahertz. Now I've got a task that's been running for over 2.5 hours, and that's using all the system resources. So that is the processor, memory, and storage. As you can see, that's mostly 100% load, and I can tell you that actually the speed of the processor is averaging anywhere between 3 to about 3.5 gigahertz. That's the average there, so that is above the 2.2 gigahertz base clock speed. So definitely don't have thermal throttling, which is absolutely fantastic here. Now just dwelling a little bit more in there, as there are 4 performance cores and 4 efficiency cores. We're just going to look at the clock speed here. So if we have a look at here, this is breaking it down at the moment. I can see that the performance cores are averaging anywhere between 2.9 to about 3.3 gigahertz for the performance cores. Now as for the efficiency cores, you're looking about 3 gigahertz to about 3.7 gigahertz. That's the average for it's running at for the performance of the thing. So that's really high up there. I'm really loving this Lunar Lake here. And just looking at the temperatures for the cores itself, you're looking anywhere between about 78 to about 83 degrees Celsius. So there's plenty of headrooms to go. So Asus has done a fantastic job on the thermal solution. Now this is running at full speed here, so I'm just going to bring up the Asus one. As you can see, we're at full speed mode, and we're also in best performance mode for Windows. So this is the fan profile. It's doing absolute fantastic. I'm really amazed by this performance, and this is a light and thin laptop as well. Really well done. The touchpad is a nice sized touchpad for a 14-inch. It's not overly large where your hands or palms will be pressing along the touchpad, as I am on the home keys right now. And also it is a mechanical touchpad, so you can depress it as you move your way down. You can hear that. And it is a very silky smooth. Now Asus have nicely placed in some smart gestures. Just like the S16, they've actually got some smart gestures here. So you can see here, this is for the volume on the left hand side. If I scroll up, you will hopefully see that it is going up in volume. And I'm just going to keep it muted because it could be for copyright reasons. And we can also scroll. As you can see from here, we can actually scroll here. So I'm just going to make this larger, so hopefully you'll be able to see this as I'm scrolling. This is just scrubbing between some playback, so that's really nice. And then we've got the screen brightness here on the screen, so it's really nice having these smart gestures right here for that. Now again, it is a very nicely silky smooth feel to it, and it's very reactive. Even though I've got this protector here just to show you the little stickers here for the actual smart gestures, but it still is able, very reactive on this. And even with moist fingers, oh, it is just silky smooth. What a nice touchpad Asus have put into the S14. Here's the results of benchmarks performed on the Zenbook S14. These results for Passmark, Citybench 2024, PC Mark, 3D Mark, Crossmark, Crystal Disk Mark, Geekbench 6, Procon Office, Procon MPU, Procon Photo Edit, Procon Video Edit, Fuget Photoshop, Fuget Lightroom, Fuget Premiere Pro, Fuget After Effects, Fuget DaVinci Resolve, Luxmark, Burmark, Eugene Engine, SpecView Pref 2020, and some gaming benchmarks like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Far Cry 6, Bonza 5, F1 2024, and Wukong Black Myth. Overall, the Asus Zenbook S14, just like its bigger brother, the S16, love it, love it, love it, love it. Just because it is an overall package of everything that I love about a laptop, this has got. It's lightweight, it's thin, it doesn't compromise on its ports, so I don't need to actually carry dongles with me. I love that, so it's fantastic to travel with. And we've got fantastic, great color accurate display, which is really good, so I have confidence in, and it's nice and bright. I just love the display, very vibrant here. We've got great keyboard and the touchpad, love it. It's really nice to use, and those smart gestures really does help. It really is nice, these little small things that just adds up and adds up and adds up. And now I'm gonna go over speakers. Ooh, these are fantastic. These even rival my MacBook Pro speakers. And that's the gold standard, and these can rival those speakers. That's how wonderful these speakers are. And now comes with the nice gravy on top, besides the performance that is really well. Good performance, I can video edit, and well-controlled temperatures and fan noise, well-controlled. But here's the gravy. I love the look of this. It's got a nice minimalistic design, and this back Ceraluminum lid, whew, it really is unique, and I love the feel of it. Really feels premium, scratch resistance, and pretty much smudge proof. Love it, absolute fantastic. And I have been stopped randomly by some people to ask me what kind of laptop it is, because they actually saw the back and, ooh, that looks really nice, and I have to agree, yeah, it looks really nice. Love this color too, absolute fantastic here. And just really, if you're in for a market for a really good laptop and you want it looking at 14, now the 14 is my preference just because I travel so much and I like the extra lightweight of it. But if you want the 16 just for the extra more real estate on the display, you're not going to be worse off at all. They're both really fantastic laptop, easy to recommend. The S14 and the S16, so easy to recommend these. Again, love it, love it, love it. Now I hope you find this video informative and enjoyed it. If you did, then support my channel, smash that like button for me, share this video, it does help me out. And as always, imperfections in life makes it beautiful and interesting, and I'll see you next video.